Morning with some great racing. That's what we call a segue in the industry. But hey, big shout out. I know that Road to Indy just wrapped up one of their races. My boy Michael D'Orlando scoring his first victory. So big shout out to him. Congratulations. But it is now time to put some fenders on these cars and get ready to go racing.
Exactly right. And we've got 17 cars on the starting grid, and they've had plenty of time here. They had some practice, some test days on Thursday. They had some practice and qualifying yesterday, so they should be pretty familiar with the racetrack by now.
Yeah, 2 test sessions and then 2 rounds of practice yesterday. The test sessions were on Thursday. Made our way up for that. They had about 14, 15 cars on track for that, so nearly the whole field this weekend. And then, as you said, 2 practices yesterday. Then qualifying late in the afternoon. Qualifying sets the grid for a pair of races today. Fast lap sets the grid for race 1. That's the one we're getting ready to go green on here shortly. And then your second fastest lap in qualifying, that sets the starting grid for race 2, which will be a little bit later on this afternoon. So it puts an optimum on not just being fast, but being consistent.
And Gresham Wagner, the man on the pole.
Yeah, Gresham has been just on fire this season. I'm sure he's sick of me talking about it. He had a heartbreaker just 1 week ago at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway where we ran rounds 3 and 4 of the 2020 season. He actually led him across the finish line and scored the victory in round 3. But due to a post-race technical inspection issue, they removed the win from him. His teammate at Spark Performance, Celine Roland, who finished second, was then scored with the win. Todd Lamb won the race a little bit later on that day in round number 4. So Wagner's got a real sour taste in his mouth, especially when round 4 didn't go to his liking. I'm positive they're about ready to lynch me for not stopping talking about it, but I bring it up because P1 in both practices yesterday, P1 in qualifying yesterday. He obviously leads the field to the green flag here today in the first race of the doubleheader. I think it's really unwise to bet against Gresham Wagner right now. He's been solid.
Exactly, but Robert Noaker has been the man who has been on the podium every race so far this year with a pair of wins at Road America. He's atop the points, but it's only 16 points back.
Exactly. He brings in a slim championship point lead, but still a championship point lead. But this kid, and I do say kid, not because I'm the old man on the mountain at 27, but because Robert Noaker just got his driver's license a few weeks ago. So now he can go to the movie theater or go get ice cream. I mean, you can't do any of that. It's 2020 right now. But when he is able to go back and do those things, he'll be able to. And he dominated Road America. He had a Gresham Wagner-like weekend. I guess it'd be Gresham Wagner trying to have a Robert Noaker weekend here at Mid-Ohio. Robert was P1 in practice in Elkhart Lake, Wisconsin, won qualifying and swept the races. But he has a soft spot in his heart for Mid-Ohio because this is where he set a Guinness Book of World Records title 2 years ago when he became the youngest ever IndyCar-sanctioned race winner. And no, he's not an IndyCar race winner, but IndyCar presides over MX5 Cup. They are the governing body. When he won here 2 years ago, he became the youngest ever IndyCar sanctioned winner. So Noaker knows this place. He likes this place. He starts this race in the 4th position. He's behind Celine Roland and Michael Carter. Wagner's your pole sitter. This is a stacked field, John.
Indeed, and there's a reason Noaker carries that 13 on the side of his car.
Yeah. It's probably because that's when he started driving the darn thing. Matt Dirks rolls off right behind Robert Noaker. He's the leading driver for White Racing right now in that number 76. White Racing, Luke Oxner, Robert Stout, who won here last year, and then their newest addition, Matt Dirks. They've all looked really good, but Dirks having so far a career weekend, putting that number 76 inside the Fast 5. John Giesbray is starting 6th. Robert Stout, who I mentioned, won here last season. He rolls 7th. Luke Oxner in the number 77. His teammate starts 8th. Then it's in 9th, Todd Lamb, who won last week at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway in round 4. And then the number 96 is Mazda Scholarship Shootout winner, Jared Thomas.
Indeed. And so your top 10 with just now we see the cars rolling onto the pit lane as they've been released from the false grid. And they'll be heading around behind the Mazda MX5 pace car to take their pace lap and then head around to start this 50-minute timed race. First of 2 today. You're going to be a busy guy today.
Yeah, we've got this, and then it's very busy. But you know what? As I said yesterday during practice and qualifying, to be back at a racetrack in 2020 is great. I can't say enough about, obviously, the staff here at Mid-Ohio Sports Car Course, the group inside the state that worked since IndyCar. Everybody had to come together to make this reschedule possible. I love coming here.
And we have fans.
Yeah, exactly. And I can't tell you, John, we were at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway last weekend, and there was 0 fans. And, I mean, you want to talk about going to any racetrack with no fans, it's a bummer. But you go to that place with no fans,
yep.
The cars would go down the front straightaway and head into the infield. We were running the Grand Prix circuit, and you could hear a pin drop. I mean, it was eerie is the only way to put it. So
exactly.
To have fans here, at one of America's premier road courses, in my opinion, is awesome. So I'm very happy to be here. MX5 is happy to be here, and it's going to be great racing all weekend.
Indeed. We've talked about the top 10. Peter Ensor will start 11th in the 49 car. Stephen Couligari in the number 57 will start 12th. Justin Piscatel in the 9 car will start 13th. Jackson Robillard will start 14th in the 98. Brian Hickson in the 63 will start 15th. Liam Snyder, great to have Liam with us in the 27 car. He'll start in 16th.